Hello, my name is Richard and welcome to No Pro with a GoPro. In this video I'm going to look at my initial foray into using the handlebar mount for the camera, or what I view as a handlebar bike mount for the camera. Just my initial experiences and my thoughts on future use. So here you can just about see the GoPro mounted using the bar stem mount on my Mongoose Kyber Elite, in readiness for setting off on the Tuch Trail at Kumka. So this piece of video is actually the first time I ever actually used my GoPro. It's on the start section out of the car park from Kumkan on the Tuch Trail. It's my first obvious experience of using the GoPro. The weather was somewhat damp, and so there are raindrops on the front of the lens, which obviously impacts on the quality of the video. Again, I'll remember that next time I'm out in the rain to wipe the front screen from time to time. So one of the things I found, and you can see it on this bit, is when you're climbing on the mountain bike and you're maybe weaving from side to side over the rocks and the like, obviously with it being on the handlebars, the camera is moving with that as well, so it becomes very shaky and unstable. And I found, actually watching the entire video back over a period of time, it's actually getting a bit of almost motion sickness, so I'm not completely convinced this is the best way of mounting the GoPro for sort of uphill technical type of riding on a mountain bike. However, on sort of downhill sort of sections where you've got sort of more essential front wheel stability, then the bike mount on the stem and handlebar approach seems to work very well. One issue I did have during the early part of the ride was obviously pressing the button on the top of the GoPro to switch it on and off. Now, although I wasn't putting much pressure on, the camera was then being pushed forward. And what I learned from that is it is necessary to, really tighten up the mounting bolt of the GoPro to the actual bike mount, and I guess any other mount, really quite tightly to ensure that just pressing the button on and off doesn't dislodge the setup of the camera itself. So this is the free ride section on the Tour Trail at Kumkan, and this part of the video really shows that if you've got a free-flowing downhill section, then the handlebar mount approach seems to work very well for the quality of the video and stabilization. It's not bouncing around from side to side because the front wheel is much more stable, I think, in this type of riding. So that's quite interesting from a use on a mountain bike and mountain bike trail approach. You really need to think, I guess, on the type of trail that you're using to see whether or not this type of a mount is appropriate. So having experimented on the mountain bike, the next step was to see how the similar approach, a stem or handlebar based mount, would work on a road bike. This is obviously going to be a different type of riding. Not unsurprisingly, on smooth, flat roads or cycle pathways, the bar stem mount approach on a road bike arrangement worked extremely well, as would be expected from the outcome from the mountain bike trials. Testing the same setup on a road bike on hill climbs, even quite steep ones, the results are more than satisfactory. It's a much more stable arrangement generally on hill climbs on a road bike than potentially hill climbing on a mountain bike. And I think I found that the handlebar or stem mount approach provides really quite stable and satisfactory results for the sort of video arrangements and video capture that I'm looking to achieve. So I think that's quite successful way of mounting the GoPro for road bike riding. Really looks like the stem approach will be the one that I'll be favouring going forward.
just got to get, yeah, it's just going to be, it's not like this all the way. This is the tarred bit, is the bottom bit, and there is a brake by a post pop telephone kiosk.
Well, that's it for now, and I hope you enjoyed my latest video. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe using the button below and join in the discussion by adding your feedback in the comments section as well. See you all again soon.